Okay, Tavros the Bull. What do you do?
The first thing is I go looking for the tavern keeper.
Okay, we go looking for a tavern keeper.
The woman who wanted to band together and defeat these villains.
All right, Carol the innkeeper. You find her in the inn with numerous people. They're all muttering to themselves into their drinks about, it's a shame something like this has happened. If it's just one guy, we could easily take him out. A lot of people trying to push each other, like, oh, if you think it's so easy, why don't you do it? In the back, some people are quietly discussing, maybe we just give them what they want and they go away and no one has to get hurt. Carol is passing off control of the bar to her barkeep, who appears to be a salty old mercenary with a sword on the wall behind him. And she's almost to the second floor. When she notices you looking for her, she turns to you and says, "What? What is it?"
My name is Tavros the Bull. I am here to help you.
They call you the Bull because you're so ugly?
They call me the Bull because I am so hard-headed.
What do you want?
You have spirit. You wanted to band together and fight these bandits. I can help you do that.
So? Sure. Yeah. Her demeanor completely changes. I think you're just the guy to get everybody here together to go fight this Justin guy. You know what? If you can get everyone in here marching behind you down that way and you clear up this problem, I'll give you free drinks tonight.
Just tonight? Not for the next week?
Make a persuasion check. I'm gonna take this woman's. She really just wanted to. Let me be clear. She didn't want to spend any money on this.
Yeah. But Tavros the Bull is so persuasive.
All right, let me meet you halfway. How about 5 nights worth of drinks? And I will throw in 1 dinner.
Deal.
She holds out a hand. It's a little puffy.
I reach up and take it, and it's huge, meaty fist.
It's very small and squishy and cold. She you shake her arm.
Yeah.
She shakes your palm. And she leans back against the stairwell's wall and says, show me what you've got, Tavros the Bull.
Very well. Before I go around just talking to everyone, is there anyone in particular that is the most against banding the town together? And
well, I know that old Frafin would rather he and his farm hands wait and see what happens, But with these people, you have to act quickly.
The fence sitters, yes.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I will start there.
Well, Harafin's not here, but some of his men are. She points to the corner where there's a group of 2 men and 1 woman. Ooh, boy.
Wrong day.
It's 1 woman. Oh my God. I can't even right now. All right. You know what I'm trying to say, even if for some reason my tongue cannot speak it. Sitting around quietly, they're eating baked potatoes, and they're actually one of the only groups in here that are actually eating something and drinking what appears to be small cups of beer.
So I'll walk over to their table and lean over between 2 of them and slam my hand down on the table and go, "What is this talk of giving them what they want? This is Mandelrotsburg. We are warriors here. Strong of heart, strong of arm."
The woman at the table goes, What are you talking about? We're farmers.
Yes, who have spent
There's
working
2 swords in the whole town.
You do not need a sword to be a warrior. You can use a spear or a pitchfork.
Yeah? Well, there might be some pitchforks, but you'd be rough to find any sort of war spear around here.
Mm.
Look, loudmouth. I get it. You want to be seen as glorious. I can see from the look of you. She looks over your fancy armor and weapons.
Okay, yeah, chainmail and chainmail.
Look, you have the look of a mercenary, which I think, given who you just walked away from, means you're trying to get paid. But you don't need us to stand in front of you to do that.
Correct. I need you to stand beside me. We are stronger together.
All right, so look, a lot of the people in here, drunk as they are, like your let's go deal with it tonight, but others are listening to you going, I need help to do this.
Yeah. And so he's like, listen, I do not expect you to go marching out into the darkness to fight these men. I will give you a couple days of training, and then we go and give this Justin his just desserts.
One man stands up and says, well, damn it, what'd you say your name was?
I am Davros, the bull.
Yeah, I think we should go marching out there tonight. Don't give him an instant to rest. I bet he's real tired after all that hitting old women, you know? I think he's human, and you're half-orc. You can see in the dark. I think we just have you sneak up on him and stab him. The rest of us will be nearby in case you need help.
But that is not honorable combat, as they say. And you cannot go sneaking around in the dark. And he like jingles his chainmail. He's like, I will be heard before I am.
A lot of people are starting to get behind this send Tavros in first idea while the rest of us support him from afar, just in case anything happens.
My friends, you cannot rely on others to do your work for you. You must take part, just as everyone takes part in the harvest, so too with this. You must lend a hand to defeating these bandits.
So the man who's speaking to you, folds his arms while standing and says, let's go tonight and we'll walk beside you. Torches, pitchforks, boar-killing spears. We'll go in together. We'll send you around back because you can see in the dark while we distract him. And then you can approach him and honorably combat all you want. We'll just remain back here. And he looks at a couple of the guys and he's like, we'll definitely stay out of the battle.
So is this dude just like a farmer?
Yes. But he's like a brawny, tough guy farmer, like a field hand. He seems like his rank might be like associate field hand or executive producer.
I see. My friend, you are not experienced in the ways of warriors. I can see that. You must take my instruction. Sneaking up on them in the night, trying to deal a killing blow before they can respond, will not work. We must all go together and fight together to defeat them. Only when we have superior numbers will we be able to beat them.
Isn't it just one guy?
Myself. No, he has other bandits with him. Did you not listen to the bailiff?
Not really, no.
Yes, there are others with him. If it were just one man, surely it would not be causing such problems as these. Now listen, eat your food, drink your drinks tonight, but tomorrow morning we start training. And I will teach you the ways of the warrior. And together we will defeat this Justin.
Okay. All right. Make a persuasion check and or an intimidation check. And by and or, I actually just mean or.
Okay. I'm going to go with persuasion.
Oh, that's wise. That's wise.
Not as good. Not as good. But,
well, the bonus is saving you from it tanking, but yeah. All right. The man says, all right. Someone nearby goes, damn it, Johnson, just do what he says. Johnson turns to you and says, you know what? I bet you're planning to turn this into some sort of fairy tale story about a group of farmers who rise up together under the smart leadership of a handsome warrior who appears from afar in our time of need. Like something out of one of those fables. But you know what? This is going to be the story of Mandelbrottsburg.
I agree. Do I look like a handsome warrior to you? No. I am Tavros the Bull.
Someone nearby is just like, well, you know, it's not bad.
You know, in a rugged kind of way.
Yeah, you know. You look like you eat all your vegetables and have good mineral content. Skin's clear. Clearly provide for yourself. No. Before you walk away from this, it is like a dozen guys and like 2 women are like coming up to you with drinks and they're trying to cheer you up. They're just like, you know what? If people are telling you you're not handsome, they're wrong. You know, beauty isn't just in the eye of the beholder. It's inside. It's in the soul. And yeah, like it's just literally just like 20 minutes of that. It's just a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah, I'm like, no, please, I'm fine. It is good.
All right, so some of the people here will be available tomorrow for training, which does mean skipping out on work.
Sure. Yeah, I want to go talk to Humbert.
All right, Humbert is behind the bar. Do you speak Thieves' Cant?
I do not.
All right, then he just says very normal sounding things to you.
Yeah.
That don't at all sound Thieves' Canty.
I am just a humble paladin of the war god.
Well, isn't that nice? He says, cleaning a mug and then setting it before you and pouring out a nice primary beer into it.
Yes, thank you for the drink, my friend.
Carol said almost to keep them coming for you as long as you got everybody moving in the right direction.
Very good. I see that you are no stranger to the adventuring ways.
He pats his leg where he's got a peg leg now. Says, yeah, sure. I know a bit about how to handle a sword and a crossbow. I get the feeling that you and maybe we adventure 2 different ways, though. I hear all of your talk about honorable combat and moving together, but if it was me, I would be out there right now putting a crossbow bolt in him from distance he couldn't see me at. Maybe digging some pits for him to fall into in the middle of the night.
And that is certainly one way to go about things.
Well, you know, I was thinking of maybe poisoning some meat and then leaving it as a tributary offering for him.
Surely.
What's wrong? You don't like that idea?
It does not. It does not offend me, but it is not what I would do. Obviously, but there are many ways to solve problems. I was wondering if you would perhaps be willing to lend your crossbow in the coming battle.
If you want my help, we do it my way, and we go right now.
Very well, then you may stay in your bar.
He says, no, before you walk away from this. I'm telling you, you and me, we go alone, we go first, we do it right now. And, he says, and we split what we find. just between the two of us. You can insight him. What are you looking for?
So like obviously this dude is like a shady character.
Oh yeah.
But how like can I get a gauge on like how skilled he actually is?
I mean, that sword behind him isn't decorative, right? You would say that he would serve well as a matched companion to you.
Okay. Like a Fafford and Grey Mouser style.
Clearly he has a different skill set in you, though. Well, it sounds like maybe more about ambushing, poisoning, traps, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. If we were to do this, my friend, how would you account for my heavy armor? I am not the sneakiest of fellows.
Forget the sneaking. We take horses. We charge in there. Sound, confusion. You and I both know that sort of thing really messes you up if you come out of it in the middle of the night in sleep. It's going to turn the battlefield into a hell for them.
This is true. This is true. It is tempting, I must say.
Think of it this way. There's a lot of rewards we could get. Instead of splitting it 20 ways after 3 days of hard work, you and me, one night of stabbing, 20 seconds, 30.
Could be in danger.
I don't think so. Maybe the horses. You know how to ride, don't you?
I do, yes. Passably. I was not trained as a cavalier, but I can ride.
Well, maybe you talk to the bailiff, you get us 2 horses. We ride out.
Let me think on this, gather some more information, and I may be back tonight.
All right. He starts pulling out like a crossbow, boiling it, getting out little poison vials, checking everything. Somebody's like, "Hey, what's that over there?" He's like, "Don't worry, I'm just mixing drinks."
Just mixing drinks. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go seek out the bailiff then.
Okay. You are looking for Swanhild the Green, at the middle of the green, at the Lord's Manor. The door has been barred from the inside, but you can see that there is a candlelight on at the what is that room above the solar? Sorry, you can see that in the solar. There's a light up there, and when you approach, you can see a dragonbornish head pop out of the window there and go, "Who approaches?"
It is I, Tavros the Bull.
Give me 1 minute and I'll come down and open the door.
Very good.
With a little bit of huffing and puffing, she removes the big log block.
Mm-hmm.
And then she walks over to one of the hearths and fire into it.
Very nice.
You can see that she has a modeling. It's like having a bruise, but she doesn't have eyebrows, so it's just her eye ridge is turning darker purple and black, and maybe a little green.
You are Svanhild the bailiff?
Yes, Svanhild.
I am Tavros the Bull, paladin of the war god.
Okay. Not many people approach the Lord's Manor at this time of night, fully armed and armored, so I can only assume you're here with a proposition.
Yes. I may be able to help you with your bandit problem.
Oh. Tell me more.
Well, first of all, what do you know of Humbert, the tavern keeper?
He's a former mercenary who settled down here after he was injured. He mixes a good drink.
Is he trustworthy?
I've never had a reason to distrust him. There. Are you worried about him? Has he done something?
No, I'm just wondering how much I can count on him should I need to in the coming battle.
What battling will you be doing around here? Are you thinking of engaging Justin the Unassailable?
Yes, that is the one.
He raises an eyebrow and says, that would be very honorable of you to get involved in our problems. Can I ask, what has driven you to do this?
Oh, because you are people in need. You have a problem. I solve problems. Plus, if I've been given 5 days of free drinks and a dinner at the inn, should I succeed? Well, not should I succeed, but I have been. Anyway, I was curious as to what your opinion of Humbert was and what your knowledge of him was to see whether or not I could count on him.
I don't think he'll... I don't mean to speak out of turn, but he is injured. Yes. I'm sure he was very skilled once.
If you were to support me, how many townspeople could we get to join a militia?
Militia?
Yes.
We don't have a militia around here. Not the way you...
We can start one.
I'm not sure. We don't have weapons of war or anything like that. And you're not going to find any armor or shields or anything like that.
I understand, but you have pitchforks, farming implements, these things. They can be used as weapons.
You're asking people to put their lives on the line, though.
I am, yes.
Yes, and that is a bigger issue. More importantly, you know, it is the harvest season. We can't just get up and walk away from the crops right now. I mean, we could, but most of them are not going to want to.
I understand. These things, I am not...
I think I might be able to get as many as 4 people.
4, okay.
I know it's not many, hundreds of people here, but everyone's busy, and I'm going through who I think here might be willing to risk their lives for no gain.
Yes. Well, there would be the spoils of the bandit camp, perhaps.
Sure, but if they're coming here to steal our stuff, they probably don't have anything to begin with. More importantly, again, they have to go without armor and without proper weapons or training. I mean, you say that you could turn them into a militia, but a few days of swinging around a spear does not make one a master spearman.
This is true. And I would be doing the largest portion of the heavy lifting when it came to fighting. But there is another way.
Yes?
If you give Humbert and I 2 horses, we can go try and solve this problem tonight. But if before I agree to that, I would like to know how many attacked you.
Just Justin.
Just Justin.
He claimed that there were more.
Very well. Do you have 2 horses that you would be willing to loan Humbert and I?
I can give you 4 horses, if you so desire it. Perhaps even 6. If 2 is all you desire, then 2 you shall have.
Well, 2 is all I need right now, because there are only 2 of us willing to go out in the night to try and solve this problem.
Okay.
Perhaps a 3rd. I may be able to convince Johnson to go with us.
her snout makes a sour movement.
Sure. You do not like this Johnson fellow? Well, no matter. 2 horses it will be then.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I return back to the inn and like give Humbert like a knowing glance and nod.
Okay. Humbert reveals that he has a thief's lantern, which is like one that will only send the beam directly forward.
Okay.
That sort of deal. And is attaching it to one of the horses so that he and the horse can ride at night.
Very nice. Okay. And I guess we head out up the trail towards Justin's camp.
Oh, okay.
So,
are you bringing Johnson?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Johnson will just get killed.
Oh man, Johnson has such a rough life in all of these. Okay. Make a perception check. Let me see what your passive is. Oh god, no. Not bad. It's not bad. You have dark vision, right?
I do, yes.
Okay.
It's a half orc.
You are riding towards the area that your boy believes that man, my brain is blinking. Justin the Unassailable's camp is. And upon arrival, he turns to you and says, "No, wait, don't!" As you're going forward, and he pulls his horse to a stop, and your horse cartoonishly continues going through open air, and then falls into a pit. Yep.
Sure.
Okay. You and the horse take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
The horse is not dead, which is a big deal for this horse.
Yep.
You are, however, still in the saddle while the horse is scrambling sideways, and his attempts to stand up are smushing you against the wall. It's very uncomfortable.
Can I make, like, as the horse is falling, can I make a like athletics check to dismount?
I will let you make athletics at a disadvantage to dismount and like hang on to the side of the pit.
Okay. So do I just click the
Yeah, you'll just roll it twice, yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the lower of the 2. Wow, that was a good lower of the 2.
Yeah, it was. It went from 20 to a 13.
All right, you get a handout. You are not dragged, like you slam yourself against the side of the pit, but you grab a root and you pull yourself out of the pit very quickly. You hear someone say something quietly in Dwarvish, and momentarily after that, you notice Humbert like taking his lantern, pointing it in that direction, and then disappearing into the woods with his crossbow out, with his horse.
Do I see any semblance of like camp anywhere, like tents or a fire or anything?
Your passive is good enough to notice that. And Humbert explained this on approach, that there is like there's a nice place for travelers to stop. It's like a caldera of a volcano, but very small. It's like a upward lip thing that then dips down. People will set up camp at the bottom of it, and the fire won't rise above that level, so people won't be able to see you. They sometimes see a glow, but what you catch are the embers of the fire rising into the air. And you're like, they must be that way. At this point, while you're looking in that direction, you see a silhouette of a dwarven figure with a crossbow, and then the crossbow disappears as they shift. And you think it might be pointing in your direction.
Sure. How far away is this?
Like 60 feet.
Okay. I begin heading up towards the dwarven figure.
Okay. How quickly do you know?
I will. I'll double move.
Okay. You dash forward in the night, going slightly uphill. You're surprised the horse behind you is still making a huge amount of noise. This guy is preparing to fire on you. Let's make an initiative roll to see who shoots first.
Sure. That's a 15 for me.
Okay. You do you have bonus action for dash, or do you need to actually use your action to get up there?
I need to actually use my action.
Okay.
To get up.
You get up to him.
I'm in melee combat with him now.
You are. So now you notice that he is awake, obviously. There is a person who is almost certainly Justin the Unassailable, who is groggily waking up and like putting on a big Viking swoopy, like
Horned helm.
Yeah, horned helm, and like struggling into armor. It's gonna be a little while before he's combat effective. There is a second dwarf who either hasn't noticed you or is fully locked onto a battle with Humbert.
Okay.
The two dwarves are speaking quietly in dwarvish to each other, and maybe in your travels you've learned some dwarvish curses. They're being thrown around with regularity. All right, so this guy is going to not fumble with a crossbow at a non-tactical range, yeah, and he's gonna switch to knifing you instead.
Sure.
What is your armor class, oh noble warrior?
It is 16.
Okay. He gets the knife up and he starts trying to jam it into your stomach, and it's a lot of shing, shing. Three quick jabs, but no penetration, and he looks frustrated that couldn't find like a nice weak point to penetrate through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Humbert and the other dwarf are sniping at each other with crossbows. And you can see the two of them are having a Marvel Cinematic Universe style snark off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What do you do?
I will draw my greatsword and attack this dwarf.
A greatsword? Look at this man. Couldn't go for two, or couldn't go for 1d12. Had to go for 2d6s. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great axe. Where you at, great axe? All right, that hits. He dies. You slam it down on him. It bites deep into his shoulder, and he crumples in shock as he, will surely pass in the next few minutes from this horrifying wound. Tell me about your sword slash style. What went into this?
So I think this one was just like, because it was a draw. So he draws it and then brings it back down across. Because like while the back draw or the back scabbard is very cool looking, it's also unrealistic. So he has this great sword.
Okay, Burning Wheel, calm down. I've been here and done this before. Argued this one for many, many seasons. Look, it's all about the handled down gravity assist draw on the back, where you grab it and it's up.
I see. Gotcha. Yeah.
Just because that's not only unrealistic but also impractical doesn't mean it doesn't sound good when you say something like gravity assisted draw.
Sure. And I'm sure it looks very cool.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. Yeah, he's dead. Let me see how things fare for Humbert and Crombad. Okay, well, Humbert's dead. I think it happens Lord of the Rings, slow motion, elvish singing choir, as he's reloading the crossbow and he turns to look at you and he sees that you've downed this guy and he's like, yeah. And the dwarf turns to see that you've, killed his brother and goes, no. And Humbert just is looking at you and he holds a bloody hand out towards you as he falls backwards. But clearly that hit to the heart is going to be quite lethal for him without immediate aid.
Yeah.
You got Boromir'd.
Yep. All right. How far away is the second dwarf from me?
I'd say less than 10 feet.
Okay. I would like to move over to him.
Okay. You run around the edge of the pit, the fire flicking around you, blood dripping from your sword.
And I would like to attack him.
Okay.
13.
That will penetrate his leather armor and slow reflexes. Okay, he's dead too.
Damage. And I think this one is just like straight decapitation.
The head goes flinging out into the forest because I'm assuming you're right-handed. So you have two choices here.
Yeah.
Humbert is dying, and without some sort of magical intervention, he will die. But also, Justin the Unassailable is pulling himself together, getting armor on, getting a weapon, cursing in pretty bad southern human language.
So my choice here is basically save Humbert and fight a fully armed and armored Justin.
Paragon, renegade, however you want to see it.
Yeah.
It actually is a classic renegade decision, right? You can leave a man that you brought along in terms of honor to die, but in doing so, you get a real easy kill.
Yeah. I think Tavros is going to run to Humbert and help him out.
Okay. Humbert's horse is running off into the darkness. Your horse is still making noises. You run down the hill. You slide down before him. He's got about one death saving throw left before he passes into the great beyond. And he holds his left arm weakly up towards you. You can see his heart gushing blood. Blah, blah. And he says, help me.
So Tavros pulls the bolt out and puts his other hand down on it.
Gushes out really badly when you pull the bullet out. Like every doctor in the audience is just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, well, every doctor in the audience can't do this. Tavros goes, "The war god is not finished with you yet, friend." And I'm going to pump. We'll do 3 points of lay on hands into him.
Okay. He takes a deep breath. He's still in deep shock.
I shove his crossbow back into his hands, and we are not finished yet.
Okay.
And stand back up and go back towards the camp.
All right. Justin is still getting his armor on. He's like 80% complete, and he has a greatsword in one hand. But one-handing a greatsword not working so well, and he says, I see you are a follower of the god of war.
This is true.
Then you would not be against an honorable combat, you versus me.
The followers of the war god are honorable, but not stupid. And I rush him.
Okay. All right. Let's roll initiative. I'm gonna lower his armor class. Oh no!
A tie.
I will give you the advantage here.
All right. So great sword attack coming in.
Sure.
That's a 19 or a 24 to hit.
Yep.
13 points of damage.
All right. He gets a offhand block off.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that the effort of doing this is really like taking something out. There's like a massive chinging noise, and you know, just for cinematic flair, as your two swords collide, there's tons of sparks.
Sure.
Totally unrealistic.
For sure.
uh,
I'm gonna use my bone. Well, actually, no. I'm still level 1. Never mind. I was gonna bonus action divine shield, but
oh, it's very unfortunate.
Shield of faith.
Yeah.
Don't have that spell casting yet.
Okay. He drops the greatsword and quick draws a heavy crossbow that you didn't see that he had, and basically just pushes it up against your armor and pulls the trigger. Yeah.
Okay.
It hits and it hurts. Probably. Yeah, I know. 14? I know. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Sure.
There will be a bruise there tomorrow, for sure.
Yeah.
But the bolt deflects off and does not deal any sort of mortal wounding damage. But tomorrow you're gonna be like, ooh, that's like a peach-sized. Yeah. Fucking hurt.
Black and blue all across the chest tomorrow.
And he reloads the crossbow, cranking it right in front of you, like using the stock of the crossbow to block further blows. Is just yeah.
All right.
Look, man, this is how he operates.
Sure. Ooh, that's an 11.
Oh god, that actually hits with his nighttime armor rating.
Yeah. 9 points of damage.
Okay. It catches, you know, you get it stuck in the crossbow for a second, and then when you pull it out, there's a slash down his arm, and it's like but he's still not down.
All right.
Got anything else?
I don't believe so. I don't have any bonus actions that I can.
All right. He moves to kick a branch of the fire towards you, and it creates like a series of sparks. And then when the sparks clear, he's got the crossbow pointed at your chest again, and he pulls the trigger. There we go.
There it is.
He hits you for 10 points of damage. Unbelievably monstrous.
Ouch.
That might be game ending for you, my friend.
Not yet.
Oh no, do you have some sort of secret half-orc power that might allow you to recover from this?
No, I just still have 2 hit points left.
Oh really? What the fuck?
I have 14 hit points.
All right, this hurts a lot, and I think probably your armor, like it just goes, and like now you were the one that has like a half-inch of crossbow bolt cracking one of your ribs.
Yeah, but that first bolt broke some rings, and the second one punches through. And so I think, all right, so yeah, gonna attack.
Gonna go Super Saiyan now?
Yeah.
Oh no.
23 to hit for another 9 points of damage.
So that's 18 plus 13 is 31.
Yeah.
He has 1 hit point left.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this one hits him probably in like the gorget, right? And like he drops to one knee momentarily. Like you're like, oh, this hurts, and he's like, the both of you are grunting underneath the barely lit moon as he cranks the crossbow once more and just fires it right at your foot. And he's just like, fuck you, go down. Oh no. As it happens, you hear the string on the crossbow snap.
Mm-hmm.
And the bolt just slides out. He goes to scramble and pick up his greatsword again, moving back from you, entering into a defensive stance, his hands wavering under the weight of the sword and the blood loss.
Yeah, Tavros will follow up, staggering, and go, the war god was not with you, my friend.
Oh god, that actually hits again. Not being able to get his armor on sucks. Okay, tell me how it goes down.
Yeah, so like the war god is not with you, my friend. And he like feints an overhead blow, but instead stabs him through the chest.
He holds out a hand and says, I wanted to be a paladin too. And he dies. That's it. That's the end of the scenario. Yeah. It ends whenever somebody deals with Justin one way or another. You actually would have won if you had just left after helping Humbert. Justin retreats if he's ambushed.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. You certainly don't have the shortest clear, but it was pretty close. And you definitely were very straightforward in a way that few others were.
I mean, you know, so Tavros is actually a character from a previous not this iteration, because previously he was a Minotaur. But he's a very straightforward character.
Almost bullish, you'd say.
Almost.
Perfect. Oh, what'd you think of a solo D&D adventure?
It was good. It was good. It was interesting. I think what I'm most interested for with Fractal is to see what other people did.
Well, you'll have to wait a few weeks to do that, but yes.
In the same scenarios, basically. Like, yeah, it was good. I think, yeah, it's nice because the combat challenges, you have to be like, okay, well, there's only one person, or like one person and like a couple of like retainers or whatever.
Strombat and Cromwell.
Yeah, the balancing of a combat encounter can be very knife's edge.
Yeah, I agree. It's really tough making combat encounters for solo content, especially if it's something like a white or something that can paralyze you, and then like if that hits, you're basically just donezo.
Yeah, one bad roll.
But if you're an elf, you're just like, I'm good. Or maybe that was Pathfinder where elves can't be paralyzed.
Yeah, and I think it's slept in this edition. You can't.
Sure.
Can't be put to sleep with magic.
But I mean, that is a good opening magic spell, though, is just be like sleep and then come in and clean up. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you just come in and you start slitting throats, man. So I think having like a sidekick kind of retainer character could go a long way toward balancing that factor out. But,
well, since I know you want to be on Dawn Agreement, you should probably acquire one as quickly as possible.
Okay.
You should find a deck of many things. Draw the card that gives you a level 4 knight.
Yeah.
Who's bound to serve you forever.
Oh, man. This is good, though. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, I think you're the 6th episode, so you'll get to see the other 6 guys, because there's 1 episode left, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you know anything about that, audience, because for you, each one will be coming out over once a day, even though it was filmed over like 2.5 months.
Yeah. I remember like when you first mentioned this, it was like back in June, I think.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Hey, we should. I'm doing this Fractal thing." And I was like, "Great, that sounds awesome. I'd love to be a part of that." And then it was like Solaris Knights.
I mean, we have Solaris Knights tomorrow.
Yeah. It definitely hasn't stopped. We had Solaris Knights earlier today as well.
Yeah. Oh, you know how it is with season finales.
Everything bunches up at the end. And
everything must go. It must go. Fire sale. I'm taking. You see this Kyle Morgan guy? Gotta get rid of him. Take him.
75% off. Ghost Bear, 90% off.
No, he's coming back, right?
Yeah.
Are we selling out, Seth?
No. Seth. Depends on what happens to him when on his solo adventure.
We'll figure about it. We'll figure about that.
Yeah. So
I don't know how much I want to run 6 fights,
yeah.
including the possibility that every fight might end up with you getting knifed to death or shot in the head. You know.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I'm still working on that. Still working on it.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Well, let me stop this video and save it and name it so that I don't lose it anywhere, because I don't have another This is my backup drive. So if I lose this, I lose every episode of Fractal, which would be devastating. Thank you for joining me. Audience, have a good afternoon. Look forward to the final episode tomorrow, I guess.